Say, it's your boy Jay Lee back at it. I'm just not getting off work. And I do got some leftover dilly on, so I'm about to warm up a little bit. And I got a quick little story time before I go to bed. Story time on how I almost got stabbed 3 times. Hey, one time I was in 6th grade. Second time, I believe I was in 11th. And then the third time I was in 12th. I know that sound young, 6th grade sound young, but shit, in my generation, 6th grade was we was damn near grown. You know what I mean? So, let me start with 6th grade, man. Oh, let me warm this up. All right, look, while that's warming up, we'll start off with 6th grade, man. So, one of my buddies had issues with a different crew of Mexicans, and I guess they was in 5th grade. We was in 6th grade at the time. So one of the older Mexicans that was in 6th grade was they big homie. So, you know, he came at me, he was like, he didn't come at me wrong, he was just like, hey, something about putazo. And I was like, so around that time, like these tazos, they're like little coins where you gotta throw it at it so it can flip. It's like a little game. So around that time, I'm thinking he thinking like putazos. I mean, he thinking like the little tazos with the little game. But he was like, he started laughing. No, he's like, no, putazo, and like put his hands like that. So, you know, I know. So he ended up putting his hands like this and shit. He's like, no, putazo. So I'm like, oh, okay, I know what that means. So I was like, yeah, you know, around that time, you know, I was going to school called Dana Middle. So if I missed the bus, I missed the bus. My mom was not coming to pick me up. So I was like, yeah, tomorrow I gotta catch the bus. Tomorrow, yeah, we could fight and shit tomorrow. He was like, okay. So that next morning come, it's like he couldn't wait. Man, we tussling on the in the morning on the school bus, so we get in trouble or whatever. We didn't get in trouble, we got talked to or whatever when we got to school. What happened? Honestly, I forgot what happened that day and all that, but I do know that next day he had got expelled because everybody was saying he had brought a knife and he was planning to come stab me or whatever. And I promise you, I have never seen him since. Like, he got expelled, I haven't seen him since. And then, 11th grade. Now, y'all see it. Now, I ain't gonna name this dude's name, but it was a bitch ass nigga though. He had a girlfriend, and remind you, I wasn't doing nothing with his girlfriend. You know what I mean? She just loved hanging out with my little crew because at lunchtime, you know, we'll go chief it. You know what I mean? We in 11th grade. We damn near grown. So how that day went. I guess his little crew, whatever, entourage was walking to the store. We was walking from the store. And then he started, I don't know who he was talking to. But he was like, we ended up like walking towards him. He put his backpack down and he was like, yeah, anybody can get it. Da, da, da. So, you know, I'm mocking him. I'm like, yeah, anybody, you know, I'm mocking him. So he looked at me, pulled out his shank, and started walking towards me and shit. I'm like, I ain't even run. I'm backing up a little. I'm like, nigga, you a little bitch. Nigga, put that down, nigga. You gonna fight like a man, nigga, you little bitch. He like, I'll cut you for. Man. So I'm like, nigga, what? You little bitch. Hey, he got expelled. I'm like, so that's the second guy they got expelled for trying to stab me. And then this last one, I believe was in 12th grade. Nah, it was ending 11th or 12th grade. Well, I was in sports, so right after our banquet, we had went to, we was chiefing it or whatever, and we had went to this homie named Gil's house. Now Gil, he lived in the south, because I live in the southeast. He lived in the southeast too, but he lived more like by Shelltown, just some blocks over. You know what I mean? By Jack in the Box. If y'all know, y'all know. So we go to one of his alleys. Chief it, and a random car pulled up, 4 deep. They all hopped out with big old knives, machetes. Like, those Shelltown fools out, this Shelltown fools up. So they walking towards us. Remind you, we're in the alley and we parked and we went around and we parked and we're sitting on the trunk. So even if we wanted to run, we couldn't. I mean, I guess 2 of my other homies, they backed up a lot, but I that's another story. We like, I guess the closer they got, they realized that we was some niggas. So it was quick. It was very quick. It was like, they hopped out. What's up, fool? What's up, fool? And we was like, hey, we black, homie. I think I remember one of us said that, but then just the closer they got, they realized we was black. So they was like, okay. Like, and they hopped in the car and did. It was quick. I'm like, they could have just said bye and left, but they was like, what's up, fool? But y'all know us blacks and browns get along. The moment they seen we was black, they're like, oh, they cool. I'm like, yeah, that. But yeah, man. Quick little story on how I almost got stabbed 3 times. 2 of the niggas got expelled. And the other ones was, I don't know, they was probably grown. I don't know. They was like a year or 2 older than us, and we was like 17, 18. But man, I ain't gonna lie. This leftover pasta, it's not the business. I just didn't want to eat any leftover pasta tomorrow. The next day it'll probably be that much worse. But yeah, quick little story time. True story though. So y'all like, comment, subscribe. I got some more true stories on the way. Those are some true stories. Mm-hmm.